Have you ever replayed the breakup so many times that you started creating conversations that never even happened? You wonder what they meant, what you should have said, what you could have done differently, whether they miss you, whether they're happier without you. And then you ask yourself, why can't I just stop thinking about it? Because your mind is trying to find an answer that may not exist. After heartbreak, your brain naturally wants closure. It wants to understand what happened. It wants to find the moment when everything changed. And sometimes, we believe that if we think about it enough, we'll finally find the answer that makes everything make sense. But there's a difference between reflection and rumination. Reflection helps you learn. Rumination keeps you trapped in the same question. If you've been replaying the same conversation for days or weeks, you're probably not solving the problem anymore. You're simply reopening the wound. The first step isn't forcing yourself to stop thinking. That usually doesn't work. Instead, notice the thought. Say to yourself, I'm having the thought that I wasn't enough, not, I wasn't enough. That small change creates distance between you and the thought. You are having a thought. You are not the thought. Now try the AJK Life Hacks 3 Question Reset. Question 1. Is it actually true, or am I assuming? For example, they're happier without me. Do you actually know that? Or are you creating a story based on what you see? Question 2. Can I control it? You can't control whether someone misses you. You can't control whether they regret leaving. You can't control what they're doing right now, but you can control what you do with your attention. And question 3, does thinking about this actually help me heal? If you've asked yourself the same question 50 times and you still don't have an answer, maybe the answer isn't more thinking. Maybe the answer is letting the question go. One of the biggest fuels for overthinking is constant checking their profile, checking their stories, checking whether they're online, looking for clues. Every time you check, you're giving your brain another piece of information to analyze. If you're serious about rebuilding your peace, create some distance. You don't need to know everything they're doing to move forward. When an unwanted thought appears, don't panic, don't fight it, notice it, then redirect. Ask, what can I do right now that supports the life I'm trying to build? Maybe it's taking a walk. Maybe it's calling someone you trust. Maybe it's working on your goals. Maybe it's simply putting your phone down and taking 10 slow breaths. Notice, breathe, redirect. If your mind refuses to let the thoughts go, try giving them a specific time. Set aside 10 or 15 minutes. Write down everything you're thinking. Don't judge it. Don't censor it. Then close the journal. Tell yourself, I gave this thought time. Now I'm returning to my life. This teaches your brain that you can acknowledge your emotions without allowing them to take over your entire day. One of the hardest parts of healing is accepting that you may never get every answer. You may never know exactly why they changed. You may never know what they really felt. You may never know whether they regret the breakup. And eventually, peace comes when you realize you don't need every answer to move forward. Your mind may keep asking you to look backward, but your life is asking you to move forward. You don't have to solve yesterday. You only have to decide what you're going to do with today. And every time you choose peace over checking, every time you choose the present over replaying the past, every time you choose yourself over another unanswered question, you're rebuilding. If you're working on stopping overthinking after heartbreak, save this video and come back to the 3-question reset whenever your thoughts start taking over. And subscribe to AJK Life Hacks for day 4 of our rebuilding journey. Tomorrow we're talking about something powerful. How to be happy alone again. Day 3 complete. Stop overthinking. Your story isn't over. Your next chapter starts today. Before we move on, take a breath with me. Overthinking can feel productive because your mind is active, but activity is not the same as progress. Sometimes the most healing thing you can do is stop asking a question that keeps hurting you. Try writing the question at the top of a page, then write to columns. What I know and what I am imagining. In the first column, keep only the facts. In the second, place the stories, predictions, and fears. This is not about judging yourself. It is about helping your mind separate evidence from anxiety. When you notice yourself reaching for your phone, pause for 30 seconds. Put both feet on the floor. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can appreciate about this moment. Your nervous system needs safety, not another investigation. You can make a simple rule for yourself. No checking when you are tired, lonely, or emotionally activated. Choose a replacement before the urge arrives. Keep a book near your bed. Put on a short walk playlist. Text a trusted friend. Make tea. Stretch your shoulders. The goal is not to never think about your ex again. The goal is to stop letting every thought become an instruction. A thought can be present without being followed. A memory can appear without becoming a reason to go backward. Healing is not the moment your mind becomes perfectly quiet. Healing is the moment you learn that you can hear the noise and still choose your next step. If the replay begins, gently say, "I know this story. I don't need to watch it again right now." Then return to something real in front of you, your breath, your room, your body, your life. Little by little, the space between the thought and your response will grow. That space is where your freedom begins.